All right, guys. So the Republican Congresswoman, Nancy Mace, has been absolutely melting down and losing her mind, but in a very calculated way. What she's doing is purposefully targeting the new Congresswoman who is trans. It's a Democratic Congresswoman who's trans that just got elected, I believe from New Jersey, but I could be wrong about that. McBride, Representative McBride. And Nancy Mace is now desperately trying to get attention, trying to get love and adoration from MAGA. And so what she's done is she decided to make this a big issue. And she proposed a bill which would have made it so that the new trans woman, Congresswoman, representative, is not allowed to use the woman's bathroom. Not allowed to use the woman's bathroom. She's making a big stink about this, no pun intended, and saying, you shouldn't be allowed in the woman's bathroom. And Nancy Mace says, it's because you're biologically male. Okay? So now she's fighting with people online, and she's talking about it, and she released this video. Ready? Here we go. Watch this. So that's her putting above the women's room sign. It says biological women now. So again, the point is, you don't count. You can't use this bathroom. Since you were born male, you should go into the men's bathroom. And she's making it, I would feel uncomfortable if that were to happen, right? Like, this is the whole spiel. So McBride comes out, and she was talking about this. Here we go. Let's listen to what she had to say.
Let's be clear. The party that was focused on culture wars, the party that was focused on trans people, was the Republican Party. It was Donald Trump. It was the $100 million, $200 million that they spent on television ads. But I want to be clear, I do not believe, from what I've seen in Delaware, that voters in my state...
Oh, Delaware. I thought she was New Jersey. My bad.
...were responding to those attacks. Delaware is in the Philadelphia media market, so we were seeing those ads that Donald Trump clearly prioritized and focused in with regard to the culture wars. What I was hearing from voters across the state of Delaware, my district is urban, suburban, and rural. It looks like America. And what I was hearing was not the ads that Donald Trump was putting on the air. What I was hearing from folks is the need to build an economy that works for everyone. What I was hearing was that the American dream is increasingly unaffordable and inaccessible. What I was hearing was that we need to guarantee affordable health care, housing, and childcare for every person in this state and in this country.
In other words, she's focusing on economic populism and improving the lives of all Americans. Just like Kamala never mentioned race, never mentioned gender, never mentioned trans people, never talked about cultural issues. We talk about abortion, but that's more of a social policy issue. Like, she didn't run a quote-unquote woke campaign. This trans woman didn't run a quote-unquote woke campaign. Who's obsessed with culture war shit? Who in this conversation is virtue signaling? Nancy Mace is doing right-wing virtue signaling all day, throwing red meat to the base. Yeah, I don't want this trans woman in the women's bathroom because I'm uncomfortable with trans women, and trans women aren't really women. The heart of it, let's just call a spade a spade. The heart of it is just transphobia. It's just transphobia. And don't give me some bullshit argument about like, oh, but you can imagine a scenario where somebody is pretending to be a trans woman, but really they're just a man and they want to sexually assault the other woman. And look on the screen right now. Look at Representative McBride. Look at her. What would it be like with her going in the men's bathroom? What would that be like? What would that be like? That would be way more awkward, right? That would be way more awkward. By the way, think of somebody like Buck Angel. Trans man. So born female, now a trans man. Looks super masculine. According to Nancy Mace, I want Buck Angel going into the woman's bathroom. Anybody who doesn't know Buck Angel takes one look, and goes, whoa, what are you doing in here? You're in the wrong bathroom. This makes no goddamn sense. This makes no sense. Go to the men's bathroom. So, in other words, even the way we treat these things in casual society. I mean, Representative McBride, codes completely female. Buck Angel codes completely male. And what Nancy Mace is saying is, no, I want Buck Angel in the women's bathroom, and I want Sarah McBride in the men's bathroom. That would be way more awkward. That would be way more awkward. And like, okay, Nancy Mace, I just want to get this through your head, right? Nobody gives a shit about, like, okay, you go into the bathroom in Congress to take a shit. Like, you're not fucking special, right? Like, it's not special when somebody goes and voids their bowels, right? Like, oh, it's so sacred. I'm so scared. It's like, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Pretending. Like, Sarah McBride is not going to go in there and, sexually harass you? Like, what the fuck are you talking about? I can't, it's the right-wingers who will not shut the fuck up about culture war bullshit. And it puts the left-wingers in a place where we have to defend just the basic humanity of trans people, right? By the way, didn't Trump say years ago now, when asked, hey, what bathroom would Caitlyn Jenner have to use at Trump Tower? And wasn't he like, whichever one she wants? She wants to use the women's bathroom, go use the women's bathroom, right? Like, yeah, that old Trump position is the correct position. It's the correct position. I mean, I can't, the people who are obsessed with this issue, I need you to understand something, guys. I need you to understand something. Nancy Mace is never going to vote in favor of you having higher wages. She's not in favor of higher minimum wage. She's not in favor of the PRO Act. She's not in favor of universal health care. She's not in favor of ending the corruption. She's not in favor of any of the things that would materially improve your life. So what does she do instead? This is classic divide and conquer. Fuck the immigrants, they're the problem. Fuck the trans people, they're the problem. Look, I'm going to virtue signal about how, ideologically pure I am and how reasonable and based I am by saying kick all trans women out of the women's bathroom. Kick the trans men out of the men's bathroom. Like, we got to fucking chill with this, right? This is so stupid. We're rewinding the clock 10 years so you can get like an epic own on X and Elon Musk can quote tweet you fucking freak. God, I hate these people so much. Because I know she doesn't really mean it. I know she doesn't really believe it. I know that she knows Sarah McBride is not a fucking threat to her. When Sarah McBride goes into that bathroom, she's just going to take a shit. Do we really care so much about where somebody takes a shit and where somebody pisses? I mean, even the idea of just having bathrooms that are just bathrooms, that are just gender-neutral bathrooms. Like, that seems to me to be a pretty straightforward thing here. But at the same time, like, I need to keep my eye on the ball that these people are just faking it. Nancy Mace is just faking it. She doesn't actually care. She's virtue signaling to the bigots in her base to say, yeah, fuck trans people, bro. Yeah, fuck trans people. By the way, watch this. Here we go. This person misgendering Sarah McBride. If Sarah McBride didn't run on his identity, then he wouldn't have ran as a woman. Like, your name is Tim. You have a penis and you belong in the men's room. So in other words, this shit is now out of the closet. And by the way, these are the same people who in 2022 supported voting against the right to gay marriage. Remember that, guys. This isn't some new fight. This is all part of the same ideological project. And in 2022, 36 Republican senators and 169 Republican congresspeople voted against the right to gay marriage. These are the same people. These are the same people that are fear-mongering and bullshitting over trans bathrooms and acting like there's an issue here. So just keep that in mind. It's all part of the same ideological project. It all stems from religious extremism. It all stems from fear-mongering over the other. Everybody knows. Nancy Mace knows. Sarah McBride using the bathroom of her choice is not a fucking big deal. But she's trying to get some notoriety. She's trying to get some celebrity. She's trying to get some pats on the back. And so she's going all in on this. Even though their own emperor, overlord, god king, Donald Trump, actually laid the path all the way back in like 2015 or 16 when he was like, I don't care what bathroom Caitlyn Jenner uses. Trump even admitted, yeah, nobody even brings up the trans thing to me. Nobody even brings that up. That was recently. So, they're the divisive ones. They're the ones obsessed with the culture war, and it's all divide and conquer. It's Sarah McBride talking about higher wages and better health care, and it's the Republicans who are just smearing trans people for simply existing. It's pathetic. All right, guys, that's the show. Love y'all very much. You know the drill. Everybody, please click like, click subscribe, all that fun stuff. Support the show on Patreon or tip with the thanks button on YouTube. I will see you all tomorrow. Everybody have a great rest of your day. Hey y'all, do me a favor and like and subscribe. It helps out big time in the algorithm. Click the bell as well for notifications when videos drop, and watch that video on screen right now. You know you want to.